Welcome to QLM Business News. And now for today's news stories. Row over rising water bills as firms argue for greater increases. Water companies in England and Wales are in a standoff with regulator Ofwat over a proposed average 21% increase in water bills, which they claim is insufficient to tackle issues such as sewage leaks and water shortages. Ofwat has recommended limiting the rise for households to an average of £19 per year until 2030. However, water firms argue this cap is inadequate to address the anticipated water shortages and other challenges. While the proposed increase adds pressure on households, it is significantly less than what the water companies initially requested. The hike is intended to fund essential investments, such as replacing leaking pipes and reducing sewage discharges into rivers and seas. Water companies are facing increasing scrutiny and public anger over their environmental and financial performance, as well as the bonuses and pay for executives. The proposed increase varies by region, with Thames Water customers facing a 23% rise, £99, over the next 5 years, Anglian customers seeing a 13% increase, £66, and Southern Water customers experiencing a 44% hike, £183. For instance, Thames Water's proposed increase of £191 by 2030 was reduced to £99, and Severn Trent's requested rise of £144 was lowered to £93. Water companies can challenge these proposed hikes, with a final decision expected by the end of the year, and any increases taking effect from April. David Henderson, Chief Executive of Industry Group Water UK, criticised the regulator's decision as unrealistic and unfair, warning that it could harm both the economy and the environment. A spokesperson for Water UK described the regulator's plans as the biggest ever cut in investment, suggesting that the recovery of rivers would be slower and that future water shortages would not be adequately addressed. Ofwat Chief Executive David Black defended the regulator's plan, describing it as the biggest ever investment in the water sector, promising sustained improvements to customer service and the environment at a fair price for customers. Black expressed concern over the level of bonuses paid to water company executives, highlighting new measures to protect customers, ensuring no customer funds were used for executive bonuses in the past year. Labour has pledged a crackdown on the water industry, promising higher compensation for sewage failures and accountability for executives. Labour plans to introduce measures to ensure investment funds are not diverted to salaries or dividends. Prime Minister Keir Starmer criticised the current state of the water industry, promising stricter enforcement of regulations and increased personal responsibility from executives. New Environment Secretary Steve Reed announced initial measures to clean up waterways after discussions with water company bosses but rejected calls to nationalise water companies, citing cost concerns and potential delays in reducing pollution. The Consumer Council for Water estimates that about 2 million households in England and Wales cannot currently afford their water bills. While increased assistance for struggling households is welcome, the Council argues it falls short of what is needed, noting that trust in water companies is at an all-time low. Thames Water, the UK's largest water firm, is under new scrutiny from Ofwat with a new oversight regime to ensure performance improvement. The debt-laden firm has stated it has enough cash to fund operations until May next year while continuing to raise new investment. Ofwat has demanded a delivery action plan from Thames Water, with regular progress reports assessed by a third party. Thames Water risks having its credit rating downgraded by S&P Global. Since privatisation 30 years ago, water firms have paid out £53 billion in dividends and invested over £200 billion in infrastructure. However, in 2023, sewage spills into England's rivers and seas more than doubled, with 3.6 million hours of spills compared to 1.75 million hours in 2022, according to the Environment Agency. Citizen scientist Dave Wallace, who has been testing water in the River Thames in Henley, reported high levels of pollution and E. coli, leading to illnesses. He has stopped swimming in the river due to the increased risk of sickness, diarrhea, infected sores, and sepsis, affecting both people and dogs. This news story is brought to you by QLM Business News, your digital media channel. Visit qlmbusinessnews.com for more business news stories. Also follow us on Facebook, X, and YouTube. To help QLM Business News bring you more new stories like this, please like, share, and subscribe.